Stay focused, we got this. Now, where do we go from here? Now, it's important you watch yesterday's video. I talked about staying under the 5-day. It's quite an important video. Please watch that later after this. But I want you to see now, there are certain instances where the liquidity is building. I talked about this very beautiful liquidity here that's being formed. And now you see how we've closed the cup and maybe forming the handle. Now, this handle may take time to form. You have to be extremely careful, especially with 5-day within reach here. Now, if there's any downside, you wait for this structure to start forming, grabbing this liquidity, forming an inverse handle after closing it here. I remember, as I talked about in the video yesterday, the larger dump must come with the 20-day moving average and blue algorithm right there. That's important. I also warned you about selling in that controlled magenta and green, and you see how the selling is so controlled in that green, isn't it? That green is so controlled here, so you just have to be very careful. You need to see a stronger selling algorithm activate, just like in this morning here, the selling algorithm here. So you have to pay close attention. Once the breakdown, you need to see stronger selling. If the selling is not strong, someone is controlling it, in this case the bulls, so you have to be more mindful. Now, I would hope that there is at least a grab of liquidity here before it starts pushing back up, grabbing the 5-day moving average. This will be excellent, especially retesting the bottom support of that green algorithm. Otherwise, if this wants to head up, you will not be surprised as well, because it can very easily grab that liquidity of that 5-day moving average together with that liquidity that's formed right here. Or in this instance, you can always wait for cups to close. Let the cups close. You will be able to see clearer structure. 5-day will already turn into some sort of support on the break of magenta. Remember, I talked about break of magenta in yesterday's video, so please do watch that later. And you see magenta building more liquidity here, and we build another handle on the way up here. Now, following maybe the yellow, or even better, you want to see buying in that orange there. So it's quite straightforward here, very tight range. You have to be extremely careful to find profits in the charts, as I've shown you, while waiting for the larger move that the market is preparing for. And that involves all these liquidity that I talked about. So please watch yesterday's video. More important information therein. Thank you very much for watching. See you closer to opening bell.